Welcome to Creating Magic Minisode. I'm Danny.
And I'm Paula, and today we're joined with our official Massverse correspondent, Angel.
Hi, everyone.
It's been a while. We had a
Since
bit of a
last year,
break
right?
there. Well, it's a big book.
It is a big book.
So we are covering Crescent City number one,
House of Earth and Blood.
House of Earth and Blood. See, now you're making me question it because you said it with like a
Uh,
question at the end.
Angel's
yeah,
looking behind him. He's like,
yeah. Sabrina's got him here somewhere.
House
oh,
of
okay.
Earth and Blood.
Yes.
Sabrina read them or no?
No, she hasn't. She hasn't even finished the tandem. But anyway, that's off topic.
Initial thoughts. Let's go.
Go, Paula.
Oh, initial thoughts. Lahaba. Lahaba. That whole hunt thing in the middle that traumatized me. Um, oh my God, did hearts come up?
I'm really good at it now.
I know, you're so good at it. I didn't get any hearts. Okay, anyway. Um, yeah. It was good. I enjoyed it. The slow burn was a little too slow for me. I was like, my goodness.
I actually
You know
really
me,
liked
I'm
it.
looking for love. So I need something. A kiss. It doesn't have to be anything significant. I just
Or a
need,
bath.
huh?
A bath.
A bath.
Oh, yeah.
Something where you're like, something. I think even if I read something that didn't have romance, I'd try to find it in the book, like for sure.
I really liked that this book was a lot more mystery than actual like I mean it was fantasy, right? But it was like detective work. It read more
Yeah.
like a mystery than
Yeah.
anything. And I really liked it. You know, they had, the detectives fall in love, I guess. But I mean, I knew Hunt was that like I kind of picked up that Hunt was the love interest from the beginning. I was like, oh, man with wings. I was like, I bet this is him.
Makes
I
sense.
was I was like immediately yes.
Uh, Favorite characters and why it should be Rune.
I don't okay, so I get like that a lot of people like Rune. I get it. But I'm thinking maybe because I'm gonna get more in the other books, because I feel like I didn't really get a lot.
Well,
I do love the effort he's putting forth for his sister, right? Like
yeah.
he's obviously on her side. So I do love that. Um, yeah. But other than that, I didn't get like connected to Rune yet.
Yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
But what about Lahaba?
I Lahaba.
She was great.
Lahaba was the Mort of this book, only she's no longer with us, which
The
Well, I don't know.
broke my heart.
the image of
Danica
her
wasn't with us, and she was throughout the whole book. So is
with
Lahaba really gone?
Lahaba like lounged out on the chaise lounge, watching her dirty soap operas. In my head, did you guys see the Disney Pixar movie Elementals?
Yes.
I have
That's
not
how
seen
I
it yet.
picture Lahaba is like that type of fire shape,
Yeah.
Hmm. Okay.
only
I,
curvier.
curvier and so
But like
cute.
that's the image that comes into my head is the fire elemental.
That's funny because I kept forgetting that these were all like that they all had like that Danica's family was all kind of like essentially werewolves is kind of what I was thinking. And I just kept forgetting that all of these people like uh
Me too.
the fawn, like I imagined people.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh
But
so I was
only
like, oh
I don't think she had clothes. It was just
Yeah, I think
fire.
she was all fire,
yeah.
but the Disney movie.
Well, I know, but I loved Lahaba. I was so sad.
What about Syrinx?
Syrinx is cute.
She doesn't really like yeah, she's just there.
Yeah.
Comforts her. So we'll see. But she's a chimera, right?
Yes.
So but she's like a small chimera or just like a puppy chimera? like a kitten chimera.
How
She's not
big
like
are
a full blown.
chimeras?
Aren't chimeras supposed to be huge?
In my head, she's like a big lioness.
Like I was thinking like what is it, Maine Coon size, like a really
What's a
big
mink?
cat.
Hmm.
Oh,
And then the other character we must mention, Jelly Jubilee. What are your thoughts?
I Jelly Jubilee. Let me I was exactly where Hunt was when he found it. I was like, oh, he I was like, first of all, why are you in this linen closet, like digging through somebody's personal belongings? But I immediately was where he was. I was actually disappointed that it wasn't.
hey, what about the calls to like how Sarah connects some of the things in her books, like they think the thing about like calls to like that was
Yeah.
in Akatar, right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. And then did you think the horn for a while? I thought the horn was like want to be one of those three items from Akatar,
The
like
the
the harp or something,
what are they called? The
the Deathly Hallows.
Yes, the Deathly Hollows of Akatar. No, but what are they
The
called? They're
Trove.
called the Trove, yeah.
The Trove.
The Death Trove, right? It's called the Death
Yeah.
Trove.
Right. And
So
remember there's
yeah,
that
I
fourth
thought
one,
that
right?
too.
There's that fourth
It,
one, right? Because it was the harp, the mask, the I'm missing one now all of a sudden. The harp mask,
The
Come on,
crown?
Danny. Yes.
crown, right? And then there was a fourth one that said that's like it's missing or whatever. Like what if it is the horn? Um, I don't know. Maybe it's the horn. Maybe Danny knows. She's not turning off her camera, so maybe we're on the right track
We're on
or on
video
the
now. I
wrong
can't
track.
turn off my camera because this gets released as video.
So maybe that's the fourth one, right?
Maybe.
I mean,
I
it's
did
supposed to
think
do the same stuff, right?
I think so. I thought it was I think the adding it like the dust to her body was weird. I was like, oh my God. So like at no point did I think like, oh, this thing is on her. Like I didn't connect the tattoo thing. I didn't
Literally
like
on her.
nothing. Not I didn't connect anything in this story. Like there was no like, oh, I think that
I
this
would
is gonna happen. I just didn't.
I had thought that she had left the jacket, that the jacket, for some reason, I thought the jacket was the horn. Like, because I was like, oh, she went that very first chapter opens up with her getting there to the apartment or whatever, or the library, and putting the jacket in the closet. And I was like,
Yeah.
okay, something's in the jacket. But because it didn't come around until later and it was just
In
the thumb
here?
drive. Yeah. But I had suspected that it would be there or something. I couldn't really visualize how big the horn was supposed to be.
I saw it
What's
like the horn from How I Met Your Mother, the blue French
no.
horn. No?
Oh, well, I know what a French horn is though, but I don't know
Yeah.
the
Well, in How I Met Your Mother, there's a blue French horn. It plays a big part in the series. So that's how I was seeing
Oh,
the
I
horn.
like thought of like a legit horn, like a ram's horn, like
like a cornucopia looking thing.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah, okay.
but like with a
That's what I
No.
curve.
was thinking. Yeah, okay.
Let's
And what
see.
about Danica? I mean, Paula, when I was going through your stories, you said that some people said Danica was their favorite. I wonder if she's like going to come back and play a bigger role because I
That
was like with
was
you.
when the
Angel, what
person.
character is dead that you think is not dead?
Oh, that's a good question, Danny.
Oh, well, that's one of
Just
the
because
questions
you
I
had
had, but
very
I'll wait.
strong feelings about Sam and Throne of Glass, I just have to ask.
Yeah. So like
R.I.P.
I know, seriously, Sam. I'm not gonna forgive her for that. But like I thought at the end I was realizing when Hunt got caught on the boat with the synth deal and it was Victoria
Victoria, yeah.
and Justian,
Justinian.
Justinian. Um what happened to them? Like I think he died, but she
Oh,
got like
her soul was like put in this
sucked
box and
into this
dropped
box
into
and,
the
and dropped to the
bottom of the
ocean
ocean.
She's
and that's
Pandora
it.
boxed,
So
just
she's like,
sinking in the deeps of the
well, like
sea.
it just seemed like but they're not. I mean, I guess are they dead?
Justinian is dead for sure.
Like, but
Because at one point his
Victoria,
body was rotting, right?
Oh
I'm
yeah,
not wrong
him.
on that.
He
yeah,
He's
is.
dead.
She
he's
isn't.
gone.
She is like a box of
She's
thoughts
like in
that
a
won't die and just sitting at the bottom of the ocean.
right because Danica was also. I mean, Danica was dead, but like a piece of her, like the piece they give to that fountain or the like, that little garden with the arches and stuff, like was there to help her with the drop. But so I'm wondering, like, is she gonna come back? Um,
Hmm.
so I mean,
I thought,
I
oh,
think
maybe
Micah's
she
dead though.
is.
I think
I
Micah's dead.
thought maybe Micah has to be dead. If
Right,
he
he has
comes
to.
back, that I need a bigger explanation.
Right, he even said
He was dirt deviled, so he's gone. Unless they can, like, I don't know,
regenerate, like you said.
regenerate the dust.
But
But
like Sandriel too, like she was just severed. Can she reconnect? I don't know.
yeah, I don't know how good the magic is here.
What do we
Maybe
think
they'll
about
stitch her up.
Fury?
Oh, for a while I was like, why is she so like not here? Like I guess she does like special, like she's like special ops. But I was like, I thought it was weird. Like she does explain like why she didn't like reach out to her and she would reach out to what's the other girl's name?
Juniper.
Juniper. And what I gathered from that was that Juniper and Fury are together
Mm,
because she said it's different with us. So
yeah.
that's what I read into it. I could be wrong, I guess. But at first, I was like, "This is she's shady," but I don't know. I didn't.
So,
I'm
when
telling you,
I
like all
first
the
read this book, my thoughts of Fury were, and I won't confirm or deny if
deny.
these come true or not. I was like, Fury's like more. Like there's something up with her.
Mm.
Oh,
Like she's got like some side quest or side hustle going
Some,
on.
something's going on.
Mm.
hmm. But now that you said it, even though you're not confirming or denying, I'm like,
She must have something
That
going
that
on.
was just like I
that's like the
remember like
Danica thing. It's like the when the person told me that their favorite character was Danica, I was like, okay, cool. So I'm reading and 5 chapters in, she's dead. I was like, what does that mean?
yeah, like for me, I remember some of like my big theories the first time I read through. Like I still remember that when I first read Harry Potter, I knew something was up with Neville. I'm like, something's up with him. He's a good egg. Something's he's gonna do something. And I was right.
Look at Angel.
I'm thinking about. Do you think Danica's dead? I think she's
Me?
like,
I think
yeah,
she's
well,
dead because
because she's
No,
in
she
I
the
know
asked
if
her.
she's
afterlife.
dead or not.
I mean, I
She's
in
in the afterlife, whatever that
right,
like.
but she asked her like, "Are you here?" And or like, "You can't come back" or something. She asked
Mhm.
her something, and to me, the answer was no. I'm dead, dead.
Right,
Like
right,
I'm gone.
right. And that last little help getting her, from the drop to throw her back up, like that was her. That was the
Yeah.
last bit of her that was there. So we'll see.
Did you catch on that the Medwitch was Hypaxia?
I didn't. I suspected something. Oh, I mean, yeah. Well, I mean, not until she revealed like that it was. Did you kept thinking there were two different people?
Yeah, because I'm thinking in my head, I thought Rune knew who Hypaxia was.
Oh, like had met her
Right? So
before.
when he
Yeah.
met her and they had like the little, I felt like they had something. There was like a little connection there. But you know me,
You're always looking.
I'm always trying to connect people. So I was like, I didn't think, because he was like, oh, when the dad told him, like, oh, we think you should like join forces with Hypaxia. To me, I'm thinking like he must know what she looks like.
Well,
Right.
they
First
go
of
through
all, it's
that
the
whole
modern world. They don't have
there's that
social
whole
media.
section that talks about how she was so cloistered and grew up without no one actually
Right.
knew what she looked like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, I missed that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But I
there's a
hadn't
whole
connected
section
it.
where
I
they
didn't
talked
connect it.
about how like nobody knew and that's why everyone was concerned because they had no idea what she was like, what she looked
Mm.
like, if she aligned with like her mother or like her teachers and
And I hadn't connected it either, Paula, not until like, I mean, I guess not until the end when they saw each other at the summit.
Yeah.
Not even when she was
Like when
healing.
they announce her, like when
Right,
she's coming in.
exactly. Yeah.
That one I did figure out. I did remember that.
But
Yeah, when I
I
was
was
done,
like,
I had a few people who told me like, "Oh, did you like know?" And I was like, "Hell no. I didn't know anything. Nothing. I knew
right,
nothing.
same.
Like I didn't
And I
even
read the beginning. I just let it go, right? I was like, you know what? Okay, Danica, okay, Connor, great. Ethan, all right, good. Let's go. All right, we'll just keep reading, go with the
Not
flow.
Jacob.
And then
some
boom, she's dead. And I was like, okay, perfect. And I kept going.
some people were like, don't try." Like a lot of people were like, "Do not try to like connect things." They were saying the words that they used were just passenger princess it. Read it, and when it comes up, it'll come up. And I was like,
Right.
all right.
That's
So
definitely the
I
way to
did do
read it.
that. But it's hard because you do want to try to like find something, but
Right.
I got nothing. I'm telling you, the whole hunt thing, the hunt on the barge thing, that
Upset you.
I felt duped. Like I was like, this cannot be. And then when he almost died, I was like, okay, so he was bad, then he was good, then he was bad, and now he's almost dying. Like when he's good again, I know. I was like, I'm out.
Let's discuss Sabine.
Oh,
Sabine, Danica's mom.
she's a witch.
I'm reading through the Fable
Is
comments.
is she or is she just interested in like her pack and the well-being of her people? Is she power hungry?
I still didn't understand you know how like she got pissed that um Bryce gave up her spot.
Oh, like on the in the bone quarter or whatever, like
Yes,
her.
for I didn't understand the reasoning why that made Sabine upset. And of course, I can't go and look it up because I'm always scared I'm gonna find something
Right.
else by accident. So I didn't get like why would you be upset that someone wanted to make sure that your daughter's soul was, I don't know, in a good place.
Safe. Yeah.
Danny, can you
Danny, do you
explain
know?
that?
Can you answer that one?
Keep reading books.
Oh, keep reading. Okay.
You'll get more of like Sabine in it, so I don't remember if they go into that specifically, but you learn a lot more about Sabine in future books.
Okay.
So I
I did
don't.
love the prime, like the grandfather or whatever,
Yes.
that I loved like when he saw Bryce, that he was like, Wolf, like, you know, and then she was like, that's no Wolf. That's Bryce with the sword or whatever. And he was like, no, this is it right here. And I was like, yeah. And that whole thing where everything is being like televised the entire time inside that summit, I was like, what kind of cameras do these people have? I was like, that's
Brother
some
is
pro
Everywhere.
footage right there.
What
Like,
about our
Cameras
mail
everywhere.
delivery otters and Therian?
oh my God. So cute. I
I thought they
loved,
made more of a presence. I didn't expect that they were like it was just like a little note. I thought they were going to be more. You know what I
maybe they
mean?
are. There's
Yeah.
two other books, so it's possible.
Yeah.
But
Therian's
yeah,
one of my
Colleen,
favorite characters.
who?
Who?
Therian?
Therian? The mermail? Mermail?
The merman.
Yeah.
Yeah. I loved his like flirty energy because he was like flirty, but I didn't think he was like inappropriate flirty. I don't know. It was like cute, but like I know I'm hot. And then were Hypaxia and him like was there something there? Maybe during the summit they were giving each
Did you?
other
You
eyes,
just
but
want
it wasn't.
Hypaxia
I
to
thought it
have something.
I just want love. Okay,
isn't.
I don't
Isn't
even
it
care who gets
Hypaxia and
together.
Rune though?
Huh?
I think it's Hypaxia and Rune though. No.
Well, we know that that's what the Autumn King wanted.
Oh, it seems like that's kind of what. But she also wanted to meet him without him knowing who she was.
Zero
Didn't he?
Kami.
I feel like he read a little bit. Like, didn't he seem interested in her in that kind of way too?
No, for sure. Like
Oh, okay.
Rune, when he was there, like talking to her, where he didn't get her name twice,
Yeah. Okay.
there was something there. He
Yeah.
felt
Okay.
something for
Okay.
sure.
Good.
I
Okay.
didn't get that she felt something. I got that he
Yeah. Okay.
was like, oh, okay, but why would you not get this girl's name? What kind of amateur are you? Oh, oh, what was that?
That's
Is
just
that the note?
based on what we know about Rune's past, I don't think it's surprising that he doesn't get the girl's name.
No. Okay.
Mm.
But
Hmm.
I must have missed
Um,
something about Rune's past. What? What did you? Why'd you say? Oh, what'd you remember?
is it because of the whole like the Oracle thing about the bloodline? That was another thing that I didn't get either. Like the whole like that he's the last.
Oh, the end.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's because he didn't get the starlight sun power thing. He didn't get the twinkle droplet. It was his sister.
I cannot speak to this current conversation.
Okay.
Right? But I think that's what it has to do with, right? Like, because that's what Rune was really looking for to see if she had any of the magic. And he kind of tossed her aside, saying, no, you can't have it. So, not Rune, sorry, the Autumn King.
Yeah.
Um,
I meant the Autumn King.
the King is garbage too.
Yeah, he's trash.
I was like, I didn't
What
like him.
do you have any theories? What do you want to see? We start book 2 as of April 1st,
Mm,
Yes. On
which
Fable.
is
yeah.
Sky and Breath?
So, I
Sky and
is
Breath.
it Sky? That's the blue one? Yes.
Yes.
Yes. I wanted to know because I feel like I heard from people that it doesn't, does it still follow Bryce or does it follow other characters? Like, you know
I
what I
heard
mean?
the
Like,
same thing that
It
I'm
somebody
not
starts
told
gonna
me
get
switching
it
a
point
follows.
of views, but I don't remember which book it did that in.
oh, okay.
Okay.
But they're already characters you know.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So
I
I
thought it was
think you
gonna be like
start,
new people
no,
again.
I
Like I
think
can't know.
you start seeing more of Ethan, but I
Okay.
don't know which book that happens, and you start seeing more of Therian. So, and it all relates to the story that you kind of need to see where their path is going, and you follow Rune too.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
because like it all relates to the journey they are on, but they're not
Yeah.
always together. So you kind of have to like not just follow the main characters.
What about so I like pretty much like I would say like maybe 30 or 40% in, I was like, Jessica is shady. I kept thinking like something was gonna happen because I felt like Bryce was taking liberties with Jessica's money. Like, girl, what are you doing? Because these people are honestly, this is why I am the way that I am. I would never like, I don't know, like think that I could outsmart somebody or like use she bought an illegal obsidian rock with somebody else's money.
Well, she
And I
couldn't
still
afford it.
well, I know, but like, and then I kept thinking, like, there's no way that with Jessica having all these like cameras and like that she didn't know. Like, I just can't, right? And then at
What?
the end, when she's talking to Adis,
Adidas?
It's not
Adidas?
Adidas.
Yeah,
I
I know it's
almost
not
called him
Adidas,
that,
but
but
that's what I called it.
yeah. So, like, are they in cahoots? Like, why is he so interested in
I
her? What was it like? What was it that he said to her? He said, no, I can't remember.
when you say in who, like
I've
in
seen
Jessica,
your
why is he
power
so interested in
before.
Jessica or in
Yeah.
why he's
No, I was
interested in
talking about
Bryce?
Adis because Adis tells her when you blah blah blah. I can't remember now what he says, like, come back and find me or whatever. What was it
When
that
you
he told
drop,
her?
when you
Oh,
figure it out about the
when you
light,
complete the drop,
when you complete the drop, yeah.
come back and I'm like, why?
Hmm.
And then I was like, oh, so Jessica knew that he knew her?
Hmm.
Like I thought, when she explains to Hunt, like, oh, I knew him from before, because Hunt seemed pretty freaked out about him, but she was kind of like, nah, it's cool.
No, it's cool. This cat from
It's
the
cool.
underworld's just hanging out in my house.
Just hanging out. No big deal. And Hunt's like, this is who you called. So he seemed like really scared.
It's from the underworld.
But like, why does she not have this like fear? I
She
don't know.
really doesn't have any
Right.
fear. Like Bryce is really just
It's
like
not, she just has no
Yeah.
fear.
that's not programmed in her.
I also still I don't know if I really understood the politics yet of the
Oh,
whole system. And I was like, but I didn't try to understand it either. I what I got was, hey, the angels are in charge, kind of, right? I mean, they're the ones with the military power, and then at the end they come and threaten them. So I mean, I think to some extent the next stories are going to carry us through this rebellion where I mean that's what Hunt was in cahoots with the other people was to rebel. So I wonder if Bryce is going to get sucked into that. Um, whether or not, uh, maybe at the end, it was Therian who brought Bryce to the docks to see the exchange go down. Um, and I wonder if like the Viper Queen and all of them are just like all sick of it. Does that make sense? You know what I mean? Like not just
so you think like everybody's over like these
everybody's
angels,
over it. Yeah.
and they all have their own thoughts of rebelling
Right.
in
And
different ways.
in different ways or together. And each one of these, like it'll follow Therian through his perspective and Ethan through theirs, and all coming together or something. Uh, those are my thoughts. But again, I didn't really try to understand the politics of the
On at
of
the
the
beginning,
of
I
it
was
at the beginning.
drowning.
I was like, let me go through it.
At the beginning, I was trying to. I was like, who are all these people and what do they mean?
Oh, and now they're all dead.
And now they're all
Now
dead.
they're all dead.
That's the text
But
message I got at chapter 5.
I was like, I figured out who everybody was, and now they're dead. But even on Fable, I commented like when she agrees to go out with Connor, I got like a little bit excited, and I was like, I even put, maybe I'm getting too excited. And sure enough, the next chapter,
Mhm.
gone.
Well, we will find out more starting April 1st with
April
Yep.
Crescent
1st on
City.
Fable.
And
Angel, are you getting a
and
new
what
phone? Are you
role
going to join us on Fable?
I was, but I don't
Oh,
know. I want to, but I want to do some yard work,
ugh.
landscaping. So I want to do that. I'm gonna see. Maybe I can budget both.
Maybe
So
I can budget.
so,
Oh, it was budget. I thought you weren't going to have time. Budget's more
yeah.
important, I guess.
Yeah, no.
You
I have
almost got a
time.
new phone.
I'm all I
Oh,
probably will. I probably will. I probably will. So yeah. And then what synth has to do with everything, right? The whole synthetic magic. What's that gonna play in the role and the antidote? Is what's her name? Vipaxia?
hypaxia.
Hypaxia. Will she be our Irene? Who knows? I don't know.
Ooh. I know that there's
Oh,
like crossover between like
the stories.
Akatar and this, but like where does it happen?
Oh yeah, what book? And I was gonna actually ask Danny too.
Because I
Is it
thought it was going to
done?
happen in this one. In the
Is this one
third
done?
book? Ugh.
Oh.
You got 2 more
And
months
this
to go.
and this one's not done, right? Like this series, this three, the House of
The
Red, like
No.
it's
next
not
book should
done.
be House of Many Waters, which is where I think we get Therian's story. This is my theory.
Uh,
Okay, so today is March 19th, tomorrow's March 20th. Supposedly, there's going to be an announcement.
They say that every year. I won't believe it until it actually happens.
On March 20th? Always on March 20th?
Well, because there's an event. There's like a book event where a lot of news drops.
Oh,
oh, well,
now
Yeah,
I'm
don't
maybe.
sad
get
again.
to. Well,
You crushed my dreams. Thanks
I'm
so
sorry,
much.
my dreams have been crushed for years in a row waiting for announcements on any of these books. I'm
But these ones are more recent. Like the House of Flame and Shadow was just last year, right?
Yeah,
And
so my
Akatar was
theory
when?
is that if we get an announcement, I think it's going to be the next ACOTAR over Crescent City because we haven't had that one yet, and we've had Crescent City more recently. That's
Hmm.
my theory is that
I
they
hope
will
it is Akatar.
just because
But can
of
you imagine
how
they
book
announce it and
three
they're like
ended,
2 years from now?
I feel like how book three ended, we would pick up over in ACOTAR. They're
Hmm.
still like standalones, but like I feel like that's the route to go. I may be completely wrong in making that up.
What's a standalone?
Like this series,
Oh, okay, gotcha.
like Crescent City, ACOTAR, Throne of Glass. I still have theories that they're all interconnected in some way.
Yeah.
Looking at you, Throne of Glass. I'm waiting to figure out how you fit into this puzzle.
Well, when you say fit into this puzzle, do you mean connected to all three, or just because we saw the throne? Okay, because we did see the bridge to Akatar.
But that was like, see, for me, sometimes I'm like, that's like a nice Easter egg, but we
Right,
don't
right, right.
know. We don't
Yeah.
have enough information yet. That was like, there were like some Easter eggs in both of them, but you're like, oh, that's kind of, it could be caught up as that's fan service. So
That's fine.
That's true. But hold on, but Throne of Glass was done. Which one was
way
published first?
earlier. But it could
Yeah,
have been
when
like a
Throne.
thing of like these characters that she hadn't like built a story out and it would just happen to be in the book. Like, I'm not
Oh,
ready to commit to be like 16-year-old Sarah knew to
okay.
put this scene in. She wasn't 16 when she wrote the
Right,
last book,
right,
but you know what I mean. I'm not ready
right,
to
right, right,
commit
right.
to that as like it was fully
So you're
lined up.
saying that that wasn't
No, I think it
Misan
was.
Feyre?
I think
Oh,
she had the characters in mind already, but I don't know if she had like the plans to link them in any actual way.
Mhm.
gotcha. I understand.
What are we reading, everyone?
Go ahead,
All of
Abe.
you first? Me first? Okay,
Oh, I'm reading
okay.
the Banned Bookshop of Maggie Banks by Shauna Robinson.
And I'm currently reading Babel by R.F. Kuang. It's a fantasy, historical fantasy, I think. It's pretty good. I'm liking it.
Is there any romance?
Not yet.
How about you, Danny?
I am reading The Scorpion and the Night Blossom by Amelie Wen Zhao.
Oh, that sounds fantasy-ish.
It is fantasy-ish.
Is it
It's fantasy,
romantasy-ish?
and I really like it so far.
Is it romantasy-ish?
I don't know if it's romantasy, but I believe there will be romance in it based
Okay.
There you go.
on two of the characters that one of them doesn't like the other, but I feel like I don't know if it'll be like I don't think it's gonna be romantasy. I think
Hmm.
it's a fantasy book with some romance in it.
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
about 40% through, so I feel like that's
See,
the
I'm
way
okay
it's
with that.
going.
As long as I know that there's something coming.
Yeah, but I don't know if
Yeah.
there's going to be another book. So there's also that. So there's a chance because this just came out within the last few months.
Danny, have you read A Spark of the Everflame by Pencol?
I have not read it, but I think it's on my list. It sounds very familiar.
Good. I'm trying to get Paula to read it,
I
but
didn't say I was not going to read it,
you're reading all these Abby Jimenez books in between.
but they're so cute.
They are,
Oh,
they are cute.
I can put this here. I'm going to the New Romantics for the release of Say You'll Remember Me, which is an Abby Jimenez book. So the New Romantics is Orlando's romance only bookstore. And it's owned by Jane Rodriguez. And I'm going to an event there and I'm very excited. So, all
That'll be
right.
fun.
We're also Sabrina and I are also going to. Did that come out on the audio?
No, I didn't even hear it.
Oh, okay. There's a giant car there. Okay, anyway, Sabrina and I are also going to go to an Abby Jimenez event, but I don't know if it's for, and that's why I started reading it because she's coming, but I don't know if it's for that same book. It must be.
It must be because that's
I
what's
think that's
coming.
her
It
book
comes out
tour
April
right now.
1st. Yeah.
Is Nicolette going to that same one? Whatever Nicolette's going to, she's doing here in San Diego too.
Okay.
Yeah. She's going to the one in New York, I think.
Right. So whatever
Yeah.
that is, what that tour is, that's what we're going
I'm
to.
jealous. See?
I have
What?
not read any of her books, so
You should. They're
They're
so
good.
cute. They
You
are
can
adorable.
skip part of your world and just go straight to yours truly.
Don't skip part of your world.
I have a lot of other books I'm reading right now, so they're gonna have to wait.
See, like Danny's very much a mood reader, right? And I don't know what type of reader you are. I'm very much of whatever Livy gives me, that's what I'm reading.
I mean, if I
Like,
was honest, I'm reading 3 books right now, so.
see,
Wow.
I could do two. I've been able to do two at once, but I kind of like split it up day and night,
I'm
and they
like
have to be
the
very different.
type of reader I think I am is the one, am I meeting them or not? Because that's what the Penn Cole one I read because Sabrina signed us up for a signing, a meet and greet thing at the library. And so I said, oh, well, I should read it because I'm going to meet the author, you know?
Yes.
And so I read all three of her books, finished the third book 30 seconds before I met her. Finished the last book
I
right in front of us.
approve.
I just finished your last book. Um, and the other one, Yasad Air, is another one that I got on my list because I met her. But so yeah, so I was gonna meet Abby Jimenez, so that's what I read. And luckily, yours truly and whatever the just for the summer, it was like a nice, okay, I can stop here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Minneapolis is done.
And she has another, Abby Jimenez has like another, like 3 books or whatever that are like together, but they're like her first ones, which are on my list too, but I haven't read them yet.
Okay.
But yeah. Anyway,
So, until next time,
keep creating.
creating.
You just like